Okay, we know what's going to happen a little bit later on at the Zim Embassy. Kai, a very good morning. Good to have you this morning.
Thank you so much.
But first, talk to me about the envoys sent by President Cyril Ramaphosa. They haven't quite left yet, but the government was under pressure here to respond to what's going on in Zim, and this is the response.
Well, precisely, because you saw a hashtag, on social media, Zimbabwean Lives Matter. So there has been enormous pressure on President Ramaphosa to act, especially because he's the AU chair. The Peace and Security Council of the AU hasn't said a word. The Human Rights Court hasn't said a word. So this is his response of saying that he's going to send Baleka Mbete, the former National Assembly Speaker, and of course Sydney Mufamadi. So these are very prominent members of the ANC. But when you go back to the past period, at some point, former President Mbete had actually sent Mufamadi to Harare to actually engage with then President Mugabe and, of course, the late opposition leader of the MDC. But, of course, that did not really yield much. So, hence, a lot of people already, they're casting doubt in terms of the mediation efforts, whether is it going to be successful in this regard.
Because it all sounds very familiar, isn't it? It's like we've been down this road so many times before. And talk to us about the picketing that's to take place a little later today.
So it's going to be a group of activists really highlighting the issues that have been put forward in Zimbabwe, the issues surrounding the arrest of journalists and other human rights activists, but also because Zimbabwe is a very contested space, in terms of its political system. From time to time, you always see the skirmishes, the violence erupting. So it's a structural problems that are confronting the country. And from time to time, there's always a question whether is the AU, is the SADC doing enough in terms of intervening. And we know from time to time, the intervention is always not a very bold one.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens this time around. We'll be monitoring that situation. You're going to be in Pretoria. Are you going down there?
So I'll be in Pretoria. I'll be stationed there just to monitor the events. Hopefully get to speak to the ambassador as well to get the perspective of the government.
Fantastic stuff. Always good chatting with you. We'll see you later. All right.